Oop, hold on. Girl, Leanne had outdid herself on both Empire and Star last evening. She did. She outdid herself. I could have went in for an additional hour of both. I'm going to say this again. The fact that we just came off of like 3 breaks in a row. And then we did this episode and next week's episode. And next week's episode is the winter finale. And we got to wait some months or whatever until it... No, I'm not feeling it. I'm just simply not feeling that. And something must be done. Or in the words of my elders, my great-grandparents, something got to be did. We must do something about this. Let me find these notes. Oh, okay. It made a sound, girl. I thought it stopped recording. I was going to fight. I really do need to see if I need to clear off some space before I do this video, but I'm in it now, so. Empire, Cupid, painted blind. I don't know what that meant, but that's the title. Let me get on down in this road. Anyway, child, sorry about all the noise. So we begin the episode. There's a warrant out for Jamal's, all right, it's a little scooter. A little fella driving on a scooter. There's a warrant out for Jamal's arrest because of the hounding and the pounding that he put on Warren and his terrible face. Oh, that boy, that poor boy. He did not look healthy. And so the family comes over to Jamal's home and they're looking for drugs. They're looking for, well, not they. Cookie is all in the cabinets looking for drugs and pills and the like. And Jamal was like, you ain't gonna find no drugs and pills, girl. I don't have time to be off the wagon. I'm minding my business. You mind yours. And I said, I don't trust it. And then they have this little family meeting about how Claire Huxtable DuBois, is it Diana? Diana DuBois? That sounds right, but I'm going to stick with Claire Huxtable because I be wrong all the time. Claire Huxtable DuBois is trying to take down my babies one by one. And I said, yeah, she is. She is. She's trying to, and she is taking down your churn, by and so she's like, you know, she got to Hakeem through Bella, got to Jamal through Warren. I'm not feeling that name. I'm gonna keep calling him Terrell Carter DuBois. Got to Jamal through Terrell Carter DuBois, and now only one left is you, Andre. And Lucious chimes in, well, she's trying to get, you know, to your heart. Who could be, you know, in your heart, blah, 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 blah. And he's like, ain't nobody in my heart. Now, by the end of the episode, I agree. But he's like, hey, you know, ain't nobody, don't worry about it. My heart is A-okay. Ain't no way for them to get to me at all. And I said, there's a way. There's a way, Andre. Moving along. Let me see. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so we Jamal is upset. He don't want everybody in his house because he's going through it and all of that. You know how the girls do when they're in love. He suffers on through and he kicks everybody out. And as his mother is being escorted out, she looks at Jamal and has a flashback about pound cake. I didn't catch where that meant anything, but okay. Pound cake is in labor. Bless her heart, she's in labor, but we can't even tell she's pregnant. It upset my spirit because I don't know why. But anyway, girl, she's walking around and she's in labor, and Cookie's like, girl, we got like another month. Hold on to your love. And eventually Pound Cake gives birth to the baby. Did I miss something in between? I don't know. She goes back and forth with Pound Cake and her child. But I wrote here, is the baby Tiana Paris? Because I'm trying to figure out what the significance of this baby is. Like, who is this baby? But then I'm thinking, they said the baby was the White Guards. So I'm like, well, Tiana Paris looks like she may be full Negro to me. But you know what? Everybody mixed don't look mixed, and everybody not mixed looks some people not mixed. So I cannot definitively say that this baby. But then Tiana Paris don't look 15 years younger than Andre either. I'm trying to figure out what the significance of the baby is. But we're gonna move on because I don't have just too much time. Lucious lets Cookie know that Lucious is here and he is looking over everybody. He is watching. Son, skateboarding on the side of the highway is not, baby, sugar pie, honey bunch. Like, what do you, I'm worried about him. Anyway, girl, so Lucious goes into, Lucious is here and he's watching over the family and I'm like, now before Lucious, he ain't talk about Lucious in the third person like that. So I'm trying, who are you? Because this ain't Lucious. Because Lucious would never say, Lucious is watching over the family and he's taking care, and you make sure Jamal is okay, and I'm going to take care of Claire Huxtable DuBois. It didn't, I don't know. I'm unsure where we're going with this, but I'm going to keep watching and find out. So yeah, Lucious is on Andre's tail is what the whole gist of that was. So we get over to Claire Huxtable DuBois, and, you know, she's minding her business, just pumping it out in the street, just, hey girl, how's it going? I'm Claire Huxtable DuBois walking. Now, all right, mail carrier, it does you best to look before you start driving. Because I don't care that you're a mail carrier. I just simply do not. Like, thank you for bringing the mail, but don't pull out in front of me. Moving along, so yes, Claire Huxtable DuBois, she's giving you fashion model runway down the street realness with, you know, her legendary looks and her sickening attire. And she is approached by Cookie. Cookie walks up to her, and there you have a light exchange, and she tells the girls that she's got all these bodyguards, these 5 bodyguards or whatever, and they're ready to do whatever, whenever. And Cookie's like, girl, I ain't come here for, you know, all of that. I came here to give you back this ring. Because in the words of Kim Cul-de-sac Minivan over on Real Housewives of Atlanta, the ring didn't mean a thing. Whoa, 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 whoa. Girl! Now, see, this is why we signal, because I could have been got out in the street. I cannot. Yeah, so Cookie says, yeah, this your mama's ring here. Angelo said it belonged to his grandmother. This is the ring. And Claire Huxtable DuBois reached out for the ring, and Cookie threw it into the street. The New York street, Jesus. And so the guards, they rush out to get the ring, and you see Parched over there. For those of you who haven't been watching me that long, Parched would be Thirsty, who is, I don't know what, he a lawyer, but he a bunch of other stuff too. Oh, baby, you need a comb, honey. A comb. But yeah, he's a lawyer, but he does all the dirty work as well. Parched is over there taking pictures, getting hot dogs, and carrying on. So all of that is going on. Hakeem pops into the studio with Tiana, who's just like Selena's, and Exhibit, what's his name, Shine, who looked like he gained in weight, but that's all right because he's a grown man and he can. So Selena's is in there singing down, honey. She's singing. I didn't really, see it for the song, but she was singing. She sure was. And Hakeem walks in, and at first he looked like he was nodding his head and jamming to the music. Now, if you would have signaled, I could have gone. And what you're not gonna do, 18-wheeler, is pull out. Right. Anyway, girl, so he walks in. He looked like he was enjoying the song at first, but then he walks fully into the room and he has an attitude. I can't stand Hakeem. I wish the DuBois would have just killed him. I do. I wish the DuBois would have just taken the young man on to glory, because he has no significance here. He bothers me, and I'm tired. But he got an attitude, and he converses with Tiana briefly and tells her she should auto-tune her music, and she slaps the dog pee out of him and tells him to go on back with his baby mama because they both trifling. And Exhibit decides that he's going to take the boy on a field trip. So they go on a field trip. They go see Exhibit's compound over there. Exhibit got 3 different kids from 3 different baby mamas. And 2 of the baby mamas sitting on the porch having nice tea, just enjoying the day. And I'm like, okay, if it works for you, it just simply works for you. Praise God. It's a bunch of churn. The baby mamas look like they happy, just, good. And he tells Hakeem, I don't eat where I mess or whatever. I don't have no industry girlfriends, blah, blah, blah. Everybody, ain't no drama, yada, yada, yada. And I said, your advice don't make sense, Exhibit, because rappers have non-industry girlfriends all the time that fight and don't have drama, and that do keep up drama. So I'm trying to understand. I'm just simply trying to get the gist of the picture, but I'm not seeing it. Anyway, girl, start getting over so we can go around. Start getting over are you kidding me? Are you serious? Get over. What I'm not going to do is wait for you. Okay, so you stay right there. You absolutely do. And I'm going to go around because I don't have time. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't even know what I was talking about. Oh, anyway, so moving on because I don't care nothing about Exhibit anymore. Parch found Warren, Terrell Carter DuBois. Cookie is going to go and take care of that. Andre goes to the cafe. He's minding his business down to the cafe. And no, not he. Tiana Paris is minding her business down to the cafe, and Andre approaches her and is giving, how very dare you come into my life and be a part of the DuBois situationship. And she's like, who is the DuBois? What in the world? And I'm like, how you supposed to be NYPD and you don't know the DuBois? This man was finna be the mayor. That would have sent up a red flag to me. But Andre, he ain't got his scruples. He's not coming together for the glory and honor of our Lord Jesus Christ, amen. Because when she said who, I was like, the DuBois, Angela DuBois, who was about to be mayor, and then that big scandal with the Empire crew. You don't know nothing about that. Oh, okay, that's strange. Let's find out why you don't know. See, that's what I would have been doing. But I am a cognitive thinker. I use my context clues and I get the information that I need. Everybody ain't able. So he out there hollering at her, and did they pay you to get close to me and da da da? And she's like, hey, shh. You making a scene now? Calm down. Take a second. Take a moment. Take a breath. And then he kind of apologizes, but now she mad. And you just accused me of blah blah blah. And I'm like, why are you mad? Why are you mad? He just asked you a question. All you had to do was say no and then say, well, now what is this DuBois business? And we could have moved on. But now you mad. And so she pays the tab and storms off. And it's just like, that's what I said. I said, Anyway, girl, so Parched is on Andre's tail, calls Lucy, says, Lucy, we have a problem. Lucy comes over, sits with Andre, and they trying to figure out what is going on here. What is going on? And he says, I had a girl, but I done ran her off with my accusations, and so it's not a problem anymore. And he upset. And I'm like, this boy, Trey Byers is acting. Do you hear me? That boy was acting this episode. But I'm going to move on. Let's see. So Jamal got pills and potions, in the words of Nicki Minaj. He got, pills in the paper towel roll and liquor up under the cat. I said, Lord, you done lied to me and your mama. I done took up for this boy. I took up for the boy, and he got pills and potions. Help us. So he decides not to do the pills, but he does do the potions. Let me see here. Moving along. Okay, so Warren, Terrell Carter DuBois. Girl, drive. See, now we're on the road for driving. That's why we're here. That's what we have come to this piece of land to do. Oh, God, I hate driving midday. This when all the old girls are out here and they don't know what they're doing. They can't see no more and they're losing their minds, and I can't. Anyway, girl, so Larissa and her gun pops in on Terrell Carter DuBois, and he already looked like he on his last couple breaths. But she got the gun and she's giving, tell the truth. Tell the truth. Y'all remember that Jamal song from season 1 where he was sitting at the piano crying and bleating like a goat? Oh, you're a Trump supporter. Every time I see somebody with a Trump bumper sticker, my spirit wants me to ram into their car. And it's a nice little Toyota Tacoma. It looks homosexual, so I don't know why you would vote for Trump, but that's your business, sis. Moving along, yeah, she got the gun and she's giving. So what's the tea? What's the plan? What's going on with your auntie and this, that, and the other? And Warren is like, yeah, so this is what's going on. She's like, I'm not stupid. It ain't that easy. And Terrell Carter DuBois is like, yeah, I mean, I fell in love and I messed it all up. Just tell the boy I'm sorry. And I'm like, do I trust him? Do I trust him? It does not make sense for him to have been ingrained into the DuBois society and give it up that easy. Do I trust him? I kind of trust him. I do. I feel like he may be genuine at this point, but I'm not sure. I've got my eye on him. So Warren is gonna go down to the police department and tell the girls he threw the first punch, and then he spills on what's going on with Andre. So now they know that Andre's medication is compromised. For some reason, Hakeem took Exhibit's advice to me, let me go on down to Anika's house and start hollering on the street. Anika, I know you in there. I can see the lights on from the street. Let me in. Well, let's work it out. I said, you could have finally worded an email. You could have finally worded a text message. You could have left a finally worded voicemail on that woman's phone. But what you did not have to do is go out in the street. You are just ignorant. This boy just has no couth. And to be the boy who was raised rich, the other two weren't completely and totally raised rich. Andre certainly was not. To be the boy who was raised rich, it just truly does not make sense unto me. Why in heaven or hell This boy has no couth. None. I hate him. Moving along. Anika's not at home. She's with her boyfriend, Angelo. And so that was supposed to be the big bomb drop. I had already knew, but my mama gasped like that was new information. Okay. So now they're asking Andre, okay, your truck should not be admitting, and you should not be cutting me off, because I'm not going to stop. We was this close to having an accident. People get out here and they drive like they have no sense. And what they don't know is, even though I drive like I do have sense, I don't have sense. So they should not try it with me. Anyway, girl, so they asking Andre because they found out that his stuff is compromised. His medications and things are compromised. They're asking him, did you spill any information about the family, blah, 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 to your new therapist because he ain't right? And he's like, well, I may have told him, about a performance issue. And Cookie's like, but what kind of performance issue? And, he's got penis problems. Cookie didn't want to hear no more about it. And I certainly did not either. But he said that's all he told him, blah, blah, blah. So we moved on from that. But we see that Cookie is softening. So I feel better because I went off on Cookie last episode because, girl, you ain't got a sensitive bone in your body nowhere. But this episode she was hugging her children. I don't think she told anybody she loved them, but yeah, you could feel that she kind of did. So I'm gonna let Cookie ride for a couple more episodes. But she was getting on my nerves, Jesus. She truly was. Let us see. Back to Pound Cake. She done gave birth to the baby, and I'm still sitting here like, okay, so the baby may not be Tiana. Is the baby Portia? Because it would make sense for that baby to be Portia, even though Portia don't look like she got a white daddy. It would make sense for the baby to be Portia because Cookie does seem to feel like she has to have Portia working for her. Like, she seems slightly indebted to Portia, but she won't tell Portia that. So I'm like, could the baby be Portia? What is the significance of this baby? Is Pound Cake Portia's mama? Somebody let me know what y'all think about the baby because I'm trying to get to the root. But she had the baby, and they put her in the hole for a month and made her have to sign over rights to the baby. So now the baby's in the system. And I'm like, but your sister said she was going to take her. So even if you did sign over rights, could your sister not have still taken her? Just gone the foster parent route instead of... Come on, white people. Come on. Oh, Jesus. Help me today. Yeah, could her sister still not have taken the baby is what is confusing to me. I don't understand. But anyway, girl, I'm at work, so let me hop in here, get the stuff, and then come back out for the bank, and then call y'all right back. I promise it won't even be 5 minutes, but you won't know it because it's a video, and I'm going to splice the pieces together. Hold on. All right. Why am I rolling down my window, Jesus? All right, so we get the next scene. Oh, Lord. I'm trying to get out the parking lot. Okay, girl. People are ridiculous. Anyway, my bad, y'all. Sorry. We get the next scene of, what's the boy's name? Hakeem popping in on Jamal. Sees that his brother, who has substance abuse issues, is drinking, and drinks with him because he has no good sense. And in their drinkings and carryings on, they proceed to redo the "Your Love is a Drug," that song. And they decide to redo that. They take Warren's vocals off, and I said, if anyone's vocals should have been left on the song, it should have been Terrell Carter. No shade. That is tea, so I'm not going to say no tea, no shade. But no shade. Just, if we were going to do a vocal, we probably should have kept it with the musical stylings of Terrell Carter DuBois. But we didn't. We took him off the song, and they rewrote it, and Hakeem has a verse now, and okay. Sorry about all that noise, honey. I'm opening up my check stub, trying to see how much money I didn't get paid this week. So anyway, Andre over there, he calling Tiana, leaving messages. I just really need to talk to you. Call me back. And Tiana has this thing she does. This is Tiana Paris. Her name, I think, on the show is Pamela, but I don't like that name. No shade to the Pamelas out there. I just feel like it doesn't fit for a Tiana Paris. So I'm going to continue to call, oh, it's a dead rabbit. I'm going to continue to call her Tiana. So Tiana has this thing she does where when Andre starts finally getting real desperate and really needing her, here she is. So he calling, and he finally is at the point of just pure desperation, and there's a knock on the door, and she opens the door, and she comes in, and she puts a gun on the table, and I'm like, like, what's going on? What's the tea here? And she goes into, this is the gun that I used to murder, what you call it. You could just take it on into evidence, and, they'll file it, as evidence, and they'll lock me away. And I'm saying, like, but first of all, that did not look like a police-issued gun. Second of all, if you shot somebody on duty or even off duty, they know what gun you used to shoot them. They already know that. Whenever a police officer discharges their weapon, they make note of these things. So you giving him the gun, why don't you give him the gun that you planted? See, I'm just trying to get to the root. I'm sitting here like, all of this don't make sense, Andre. It doesn't make sense. I'm hollering at the TV, but in retrospect, because I don't holler at the TV generally in real life. But I'm yelling at the TV in my mind's eye. Just trying to get to something that makes sense. Ooh, Jesus. I'm not going to say what I was going to say because it may be deemed offensive to rich white women's, but I feel it though. Anyway, child. So she's going all into, this is the weapon that I used to kill. And I'm just like, okay. Okay. More Ovaltine, please. Give me information. Let me see what else I can give you right quick before I have to go in this location. Let me see. Okay, so yeah, she's going into, you accuse me of treason. You accuse me of treachery. You accuse me of this and that. And she's just being really dramatic. And I wrote right here on my notes, Andre needs Tiana. She's at the door. Gun on the table. She's dramatic. I really don't trust her now. I don't. I'm sitting here like, you doing all of this because a nigga with trust issues whose wife got murdered and this, that, and the other pops in with an accusation? And you doing all of this? I say, some of that ain't right. And she goes into, do you know how it feels? I murdered somebody in cold blood. You will never know how it, and when people on TV go into, you'll never know how it feels to do this, that, and the other. Then the person they hollering at always goes, yes, I do. On every show, whenever somebody goes into, you will never understand what it feels like to have lost a pinky toe at age 11 months from falling off of your older brother's bicycle. And then the person they're talking to is like, yes, I do. Because when I was 11 months old, I also lost my pinky. Like, girl, just the most random. Anyway, girl. So she's giving all of that. And I'm sitting here like, who did this man kill? Who did he done kill, Jesus? But we will get back to that as soon as I drop these items off in this location. I'm gonna come back and finish this thing here. I'll be right back. Hold on. All right, I'm back. Hold up. Oh, stay with it, Jesus. Your device is off. Yes, we know it's off. All right, I'm back. So, the last big hurrah of the scene. Honestly, this really could have been the season finale. This last scene right here. But we got to see what the girls are going to do to end us. Because, sis, it was a lot. Sir. Girl. Oh, I can't. One day I'm going to learn to use my horn, but I'm too polite, so I just cuss people out from the privacy of my own vehicle. But I need to start blowing my horn, because these niggas... Anyway, girl, so he's going on into, yes, I do know what it feels like to have that burden of murdering somebody in cold blood on my heart. And I'm like, who did this nigga do? Who did he did? Because I don't recall. And then she's like, Andre, tell me what, blah, blah, blah. And he goes on to say, the car bomb, I planted, blah, blah, blah. And she goes into gotcha. Okay, I'm gonna go. She goes into gotcha. And I'm like, oh, I forgot this. Oh, no, it's right there. I thought they closed. But no, they are right there. Yeah, she's like, I got you. And I'm like, Lord Jesus, she done got him. And she says, I'm not NYPD. Now, while all this is going on, you see Parched and Lucious in the background, talking about there never was a Pamela Rhodes on the NYPD roster. There has never been. I said, never? In the history of New York Police Department, there has never been somebody named Pamela Rhodes. Never. That's not an obscure name. I'm sure there are plenty of Pamela Rhodes out there in the world. And in the history of NYPD, there's never been one. Okay, all right, Lee. We're getting a little weak and lazy, but all right. He made up for it, kind of. So She's going into, I'm not NYPD, I'm Las Vegas Metro, and I'm undercover, and I've been hunting you for a long time. And I'm like, what? Like, what? Ain't it against the law to entrap somebody? You done slept with the man, you lied and said you done murdered somebody. How did they get her image on the TV? I'm just trying to understand. Just simply trying to understand. But whatever. So they, she's going through all of that, and I've been looking for you, and we got you now, and blah, blah, blah. And while all this is going on, I'm really sitting here like, y'all are rich. Why are you not vetting your partners? Why are you not trying to figure out who these folks are, who their mama people, where they come from, and, all of that? Because poor people do that. If I were to walk into my grandparents' home right now and say, yes, I have a new man, they would say, who are his people? Who are they? Did I go to high school with his grandmama? What's going on? What church they go to? I don't understand. But anyway, girl, moving along. So she's going on about how, you did the car bomb, and I know about the boy who blew up, who y'all hired to do the bomb, and y'all done killed him, and poor Juliana, she got murdered by you. And I said, Juliana got murdered by Andre. How? Did I miss that? Did I miss an episode? What happened? Somebody come in and let me know. And then she goes into, has the gun pointed at him, but no handcuffs. And is going into Andre lying, you are under arrest for the murder of the attempted murder, the car bomb. I don't know. And he stands up, girl, and he's charging at her. And she got the gun, and she's like, stop, no. And they get to wrestling, child. And she done shot out the window, and oh, girl, it was just a lot going on, and he done pinned her down. He choking her, Lord. He's choking her. He's prone to choke. He is choking her, and then she just stops moving, Lord, and she may be dead. And so we looking, and I'm like, Lord, she finna get up, and she gonna grab that gun, and she gonna bust a cap in the back of this boy's knee or something. But she doesn't. She lays there. And while all that's going on, Lucious and Cookie pop in, and they, stay with me now. They trying to get in. They like, Andre, how you doing? Let us in. It's your mom and daddy. Come on now. He opens the door and is already giving, I'm so sorry, Mom. I didn't mean to kill her. I'm so sorry. And I'm like, okay. Like, usually this boy he don't go into, I want my mommy mode. But he was in I want my mommy mode. And I'm like, Lord Jesus, she may actually be dead. And she's like, okay, well, what's going on? It's all right. We murderers and things in this family. It's okay. And so they go on, and he talking, and, we come to find out. Let me just get to the point here. Come to find out, girl. He's like, look what I did. Took him over to see, Pamela resting peacefully. And Pamela ain't there. And I said, Lord, were you there when they crucified my Lord? Were you there? Because Pamela had got up like it was the third day, and she was Jesus. I said, Lord, where is she? Where is she? I'm looking around. I'm like, Lord, she finna come out from around one of these corners and get them all. And she don't. And they're like, ain't nobody here. And then Andre starts having these hallucinations. He starts seeing Pamela, but then she flashing in and out. And it's like she was there, but she was never there. And I'm like, Lord Jesus, if this ain't, what's the movie with Viola Davis and Jennifer, what's mama's name, Lord? Jennifer Lopez. If this ain't that, I said, Jesus, she was never there. I saw her with my own eyes. I'm starting to feel crazy. Go, sis. Stop sitting there looking disgruntled and displeased. I said, Jesus Christ. So we all crazy because we had all seen her. And now she ain't there. I was too through. Completely and totally through. And now he laying on the floor crying and wallowing. And, oh, Jesus. Oh, she was there. And what's wrong with me? And Cookie is holding him. And I'm like, oh, Lord, this is a lot. But it was good. Anyway, child, I'm back at work again. But Trey Byers, you had did that, son. You had did that. And Lee Daniels, girl, sis, you did that. Okay? You had did that. Anyway, let me get on back in work, and I'll call y'all girls for Star on my lunch break. Peace.